Great morning, everybody. Stand by, please. Good to see you. Good to see you. Just bear with, bear with. Got to get a little something going here, okay? Here we go. We hope so. If you're not hearing the music, it's okay. Although I don't know why. But we're going to go anyway. We are going to go anyway, music or not. Because we're fly like that. That's who we are. And you all are so very, very valuable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to see you all. Good to see you. Wow. What a gorgeous Saturday morning, right? Good to see you. I see you on Instagram, by the way. And I'm sure you were there on Facebook. And I'm going to just apologize for being just a tad bit tardy this morning. And I want to thank you all for bearing with me. But here we go, right? Great morning, great morning, great morning, valuable ones everywhere on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube, of course. And I want to thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for coming here this Saturday. Thank you for spending your time with me because it's always amazing. Honestly, this place is just not the same. This podcast is not the same without you. So I want to let you know that I appreciate how valuable you are, and I appreciate your time and your energies and your love. And if you are live, please just put in the chat that you are live, and it's going to be a very, very lively chat, I'm sure. And if this is a replay and you're catching it on a replay, please put the R in. And if you can relate, also, excuse me, put the R in there as you can relate. Wow, it is so great to see you. I'm already seeing the love and I'm feeling the love, okay? Which is a good thing because that's really kind of like what it is all about. We do what we do, not for just for for just the cake, for just doing it, kicking it here and there and trying to be savoir-faire about stuff. We do it because we do appreciate the love, and we want to give the love back in terms of what we do for purpose with you all, because God has been so good to us and has given us amazing gifts to be able to share and to help and to grow with. And I have to kind of like just let you know, today's a special kind of podcast because it touches on something. Oh yeah, wait a minute, we're forgetting intros. Welcome to the Mitch Race podcast. I am Mitch Race, and I help middle-aged to seasoned professional men and women who are distracted, unclear, unfocused, don't know their value, gain clarity and vision so they can become the best version of themselves while earning their desired high-level income to match their image. Yeah, that's more like it. And on today's Mitch Race podcast that you were a part of, we are going to have a little chat because it's been quite a week. It's been an inspirational week. It's been a week that I choose to look at as expectation over affiliation. And that being said, I kind of want to talk to you all about something that is very, very near and dear to my heart at the moment in my my realm of thinking, as I have been going out every day, and you all have been out every day as well, and you are taking the pulse of your neighbors and your neighborhood, yourselves, and your planet. But we're going to talk about choosing purpose over party. Yeah, that part. Choosing purpose over party. As this Saturday morning unfolds, and this was when I was writing this, I'm working through disappointment. I'm working through uncertainty. I'm working through a certain degree of possibly lost hope. And I'm working through some dismay. which I'm sure that a lot of other people are feeling the exact same things. And I'm pondering parts of the future, and every once in a while I stop and I pause to shake off some underlying senses of dread and a profound sense of some type of loss. If you can relate, put that in the chats, and let's talk about it a little bit. We're going to unpack this. It's going to get real clear. Maybe a little bit fuzzy right now, but it's going to get real clear. Earlier this week, that is the morning after the election, I did a live because I had felt the emotional scale of that morning for our planet. I felt that it had tipped from the heavy weight of disappointment, shock, and maybe unbelief. And this is not about, again, affiliation. This is about expectation. From that point on, I was very resolved and committed to connecting and communicating with a confidence to serve community and country in my calling. That is, I really felt the pull of that. And that was because the way that I saw it and the way that I felt it, I was blessed enough to awaken that day. And regardless of the outcome of the decision, and I knew that that outcome of the decision, that many people would be stuck in the politics, that they would very strongly personalize and identify with party and choose party over their own person. When I walked out and I saw people in the streets, and they had all kinds of like looks in their faces, it ranged the gamut of emotions. Like I said, shock, dismay. They were fearful. Some were tearful. One of my neighbors, I saw her, told her, great job. She had a shirt that said freedom. And we know that freedom isn't free. And I really felt some kind of way for just for the people, for this planet. But I felt like I needed to communicate it a little bit, and I went on live and talked about it. But I kind of wanted to get a little bit more, I wanted to get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty of where this really kind of like needs to go. My senses had told me that many of us could and would choose the wrong I am to identify with, that we could choose party over our own person, so that our I am would be, I am a Democrat, I am a Republican, I am an independent. And if we can make this a little bit more clearer, this is how we vote, but that is not who we are. We are not our political identity. And understandably, so many people may buy into the political I ams. Perhaps if they do that, they don't get to their real I ams. And that is the person, the best version of themselves, because their political identity has, quote unquote, seized the reins of power. And this is distracting. The dangers of this are distracting, daunting, devious, and damaging. All of those D's, yes. And it could be devastating to so many people who are going to pay so much attention to the politics of the day and making this a political, and making their identity a real political entity, instead of choosing to move forward in purpose, and won't find their calling because of where they are. If that makes sense. People are, it's going to rob people. This is going to rob so many people of the opportunity to connect with higher power, mine is God. Whatever yours is fine. But just letting you know. But it's going to rob so many people of connecting with the higher power, with themselves and others, because they're hurt. They're stuck, even now as we are speaking. They're confused, lost, feel abandoned, betrayed, fearful, untrusting, and feel unable to move forward. And you know that that's true. Paralyzed by what's happened politically, or fearful by what hasn't happened or of what hasn't happened. And this is a real powerful thing because we all have personal needs to grow. That's something that's a gift that we've been given. All of us, we have personal needs to grow so that we can gain the clarity and vision that will lead us in the direction of our purpose and in the pursuit of our dreams. So the reason why this is so important is because to really stop and realize and think about, because if people get stuck, if you or I get stuck, how does this happen? How are we able to move forward if we choose party over purpose? Political identities over who we are or what we're meant to become. How does this happen? I hear the words a lot, and I know you do too, and I can relate, about country over party. And let's face it, we should all feel that way. But to keep it 100, y'all, I'm choosing purpose over party. Because I feel that working towards becoming the best version of myself is the best way to help get people out of being stuck. And they're going to get stuck. And they already are many. I don't know who that means on here and who needs to hear that. But it's important to know that this is exactly what has happened and what could happen and what will happen, in fact, right up until the end of the year, going into the new year. And look at all those dreams and goals and visions and things that people wanted to do. Imagine being stuck right there, and not knowing where to go, who to turn to. And really you don't want to turn to a party for that, for that I am that you need to be. So working on myself is the best way that I feel to help people get out of being stuck. Because if I'm stuck and being held up in a version of myself that says I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, or I'm an independent, then I'm lost and dedicated to building those versions of myself. Instead of building the I am that says I am grateful, I am loved, I am valuable, I am beautiful, I am blessed and highly favored, I am capable of so much more, I am strong, I am fit, I am enough. Those are the things that we need to be caught up in. Those are the things that we need to be saying to ourselves. And those are the things that we need to align ourselves with the positivity, with the affirming who we really are and what we want to be and what we want to see and what we want to do. And and let me say this, please, so hear me, because we can all feel some kind of way about losing, and that is the God honest truth. Because let's face it, nobody really likes to lose. Nobody. You've been there, I've been there. Basketball game, football game, basketball game, whatever. Nobody likes to lose. And I'm going to tell you this now. Cards, I don't care what, Legos, nobody likes to lose. Scrabble, nobody likes to lose. But to so many people, so many people today, this outcome is deeply, deeply personal and painful. And I'm not telling you or anyone else to just get over it. Because what I'm saying is that because it is so deeply personal and painful that our spiritual, mental, and physical being, our human being, needs to rise highly and sharply to the position of human becoming, of human doing. And if we do that now and show up and focus on ways and tools to become the next best version, the very best version of ourselves, and choose to find purpose over the next 4 years, instead of complaining and crying and worrying about and wondering about what might have been, instead of working from that position of being stuck in our politics and in our personal politics, wow, what can we be? You know, what can we be? And I say that only because time is going to pass anyway, regardless of affiliation, who won, who didn't win. Time is going to pass anyway. But it's what we're going to do and what we're going to become in that time that matters. And as I said, I know, I get it. Everybody wants different outcomes. But truthfully, if you want a different outcome, how about becoming a different person? It's not all in our hands. The stuff that's in our hands is the stuff that is in our hands. But we're all in God's hands, no matter what. No matter who wins, no matter who loses, we are all in God's hands, or in the hands of the higher power that you may think. As I said, for me, it's God. And in him do I trust. Not in the American dollar, not in the seal of the presidency, no disrespect whatsoever. So if anybody's out there and they have notions or thoughts about, oh, here we go, it's not about that. I'm here specifically because I feel called to be here, and I am called to be here. I'm here specifically because I sense that we're in a different climate, we're in a different season now. And we're in that season where a lot of people are going to get stuck. And I don't want to see that happen. Their self-esteem is going to get stuck, already stuck. The essence of who they want to be, they're stuck. They don't know how to get there. Their confidence, they're stuck in their confidence because their confidence was taken away in an election. And this is some serious stuff. And we need to be mindful because we have to go forward. And the only way forward is to go forward. So this is more than just get over it. I don't take this lightly. And I don't think you should either. Don't take your own life lightly. Because you're going to have to get out here now. And as they say, you ain't seen nothing yet. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. We ain't seen nothing yet. But that doesn't mean we have to tread fearfully. That we have to tread so in such a way that we're not acknowledging people around us, and that we're not taking time out to be kind. Because we still have to be some kind of way. We have to be some kind of way with each other. We have to be some kind of way to each other. We have to grow. And this has to surpass politics. This has to surpass that hate that people are going to have or do have. Republican against independent, and independent against Democrat, and Democrat against whatever. Because if we can't get past that in ourselves, then there's just no way as a country, I feel, we're going to be able to get past it. And then if we can't do that, well, then you have something to talk about and complain about. But I believe that we're going to choose purpose over party. And that's what I'm looking to do. That is to choose purpose, my purpose, over party. Helping present my purpose to the planet. Because that's what I was called to do. That's what I'm looking to do. And I'm hoping that that's what you're looking to do as well. And you out there who are stuck in an identity that you can't shake, look, pray on it. If prayer you don't feel works, that's okay. Then talk to someone that you trust. Find a community. Find a community of winners, of leaders, of champions. Find personal mentors. Find great things to listen to. Stop being distracted. And get on with the business of getting it on for yourselves. Getting a real life. Becoming fulfilled. And even though it's much easier said than done, you get to choose to love to do it. Changing the world is a lot to ask. I'm going to tell you that right now. But changing ourselves is an amazing place to start, isn't it? Changing ourselves is an amazing place to start. So let's start right there. I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for tuning in, because as I said, it would not be the same without you. I'm happy and blessed that you're all here. And together we can do this. I am Mitch Race, and this has been the Mitch Race Podcast. Have a blessed and super weekend. And remember to reframe your vision, your value, and your victory. I want you all to know on Instagram that I'm going to save your comments. I'm going to take the time to actually do that. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your comments. I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you, family. I want to thank you, Facebook family, as well, because I have a big Facebook family. I'm so grateful for you all, and you're all fantastic. And what you say is valuable, and who you are is valuable, and who you can become is valuable. And you need to know that you matter, that I see you, that I hear you, and that you're worth it. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're not, because that's just a lie. That's just a lie. It's just a lie. And don't subscribe to lies. And don't subscribe to liars. And don't subscribe to your own voice if you're not saying the things that you should be saying to yourself. Remember that you're meant for greatness. Remember that you're valuable. I want you all to have a super blessed, a super weekend. And remember to reframe your vision, reframe your value, and reframe your victory. And I'll see you all next week. Thanks for being here.